Hey, welcome to Talkin' Funny with Sasha and the Noob. He's from the Playground Theater. Playground Theater is a non-for-profit improvisational comedy theater that does like all sorts of non-for-profit programs. Like they do a thing called Recess, where for little kids, like we'll go to schools and we can do like little jokes for kids, and it's free. And hey, if you have a non-for-profit, you can come to the Playground Theater and we'll put on a show for you and help you raise money for your organization. So the Playground Theater is all about like improv comedy, and that's comedy where you make stuff up as you are talking it. So you know, you'll go to the stage and make up a joke. Okay, so my name is Sasha, and this is my buddy, the Noob. He's the sidekick, but he does not talk. And here I want to show you. So it's like, check out the website for the Playground Theater. It's www.the-playground.com. Okay, we're going to take some calls in a little bit. I want to tell you a little story that we have for Sasha and the Noob. It's going to be a lot of fun, and later on we're going to need your help, where you can help with the story. So hey, if you have any questions about improv comedy or like Chicago comedy or producing shows, you can call us at the number down here and talk to us. And also in a minute we're going to bring on the president of the Playground Theater. His name is Matthew Barbera. Okay, but first what we're going to do is have a little story starring Sasha and the Noob. So one day, the Sasha and the Noob took a little walk in the woods, and here they are having a nice little walk in the woods. And oh no, along came a big wind and blew the Noob away. Oh, goodbye Noob. He got blown away by the wind. So then he blew all the way to the cave of a fire-breathing reindeer. Here's a reindeer, and he breathes some fire. So okay, that's what happened. And then Sasha had to rescue him, so he tried to use a rake at him. I'll use this rake to try to rescue the Noob, but it did not work. So then next he tried his eye beams, zap out of his eyes to rescue the Noob. But then it did not work, so he threw the Noob his slide whistle and he tried to tell some jokes. So, hey Noob, come over here to play your slide whistle. And they tried to tell jokes. Hey, any callers have a joke maybe that they want to tell to try to scare that crazy, mean, fire-breathing deer away? If you do, you shall give us a call at 312-738-1060. So, do we have anybody who maybe wants to tell a joke? Any telephone callers? Okay, well, Sasha has a little joke. Hey big deer, what do you call a man without any hats? You call him Mr. No Hats. Oh, that joke was so funny that they ran away, and it worked. So they ran all the way from the cave. So good for Sasha and the Noob. But guess what? Later on, the fire-breathing deer told his own jokes, and he was funnier than Gallagher. Okay, so there's a story, and it has a little moral that you probably see. Is like that, you know, you can tell jokes, and it's pretty funny. So, you know, if anybody has a joke they want to tell us, they can give a call and talk to us about that. It's 312-738-1060, and maybe you can help scare away the fire-breathing deer. Okay, so next what we're going to do is try to get a caller, because we have another thing that's interactive and we're going to need some help. So, hey, do we have a caller? Hello, caller.
Hello. I just want to know, what's a noob?
That's a pretty good question, but caller, we have a question for you too. Can you stay on the phone for a little bit?
Yeah, I'll stay on for a little bit.
That's great. Okay, well, caller is pretty happy because let's tell a little story about the Noob. See, it was his birthday, and he came into the kitchen and he found 3 presents on the table, caller. So, which present do you want the Noob to open?
I want him to open number 2.
Okay, now, warning caller is one of the presents is from his buddy Sasha, but 2 of the presents are from Mr. Meanie. So, let's see what's in present number 2.
Okay, Mr. Me.
Oh no, that's a Yeti with big sharp scary teeth. Oh no. But hey, you know what? Do we have another caller? Thanks for helping us. Have a good day, caller.
Okay.
Hey, caller, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Hey, do you know that? Hey, James, the noob wants to open some presents, and we found in present number 2 was a scary Yeti with big sharp teeth. So, which present should he open next, James?
I think he should open present number 1.
That's a smart answer, James. Let's see what's in the present. Oh no, it's a snake with big sharp fangs. Oh no. Hey, James, thanks so much for trying to play. Hey, did you have a question for us, James?
No, but I do have a joke.
Hey, that's great, James. Have a joke for us.
Okay, so 187 forks walk into a bar.
187 what?
Forks.
Forks, okay.
And the bartender says, I can't serve 187 forks.
Why not?
The forks, well, he doesn't have enough liquor. He can't serve forks. I mean, they're forks. So the forks, I'll say, they're...
Okay, that's a pretty good joke, buddy. It turns out that the bartender did not have enough drinks for the forks. So, do we have another caller? We have one more present that you can pick. Look, it's the noob. He already opened present number 2. It was a scary Yeti. And present number 1 was a scary snake. So, I wonder, which present should the noob open next? Which present should he open third? If you want to call with a guess for which present that the noob should open, you just give us a call and we can help the noob open the present. Okay, nobody has a guess. It's pretty difficult because the first 2 callers opened the wrong presents, and the bad things happened. Look, the moral of this story is if you open a present with a Yeti, that's pretty scary, and same if you open a present with a scary snake. Okay, so as you can see, improv comedy has some morals to it, and it can help you learn about a bunch of things. Isn't that right, the noob?
Thank you for calling college. What's your question?
Hey, sounds like we have a caller with a question, so let's talk to the caller. Hello, caller.
Thank you for calling college.
Hello. We don't have a caller. Hey, in a minute we're going to bring out a special buddy. His name is Matt Barbera, and he is the president of the Playground Theater. So let's get him here for a second, and we can ask him some questions about hey Matt, what's it like to run at the Playground Theater? So, hello Matt Barbera.
Hey Sasha.
How are you doing today?
I'm excellent, buddy.
That's good. As you can see, he's wearing the Playground Theater shirt.
Yes.
Hi, so tell us, what does it mean to be the president of the Playground Theater?
Oh, so much.
Okay.
Basically, I'm the one sort of in charge of making sure we run in a cooperative manner. So.
And what do you mean cooperative? Tell about that a little bit.
We have 12 improv teams who perform at the theater. They're the main performers, and they work in running the theater. So everything from marketing and promotions to fundraising to doing fundraising Fridays to doing our recess program.
What's fundraising Fridays? Tell a little bit about that.
Sure. Fundraising Fridays is where a non-for-profit organization can do an event at our theater, and we give them a good portion of the box office and proceeds from the evening. They can do all sorts of raffle prizes and all sorts of things that generate some additional income for their non-for-profit. So
where can they learn about that?
As you can see right there, it's www.the-playground.com, or give us a call at 773-871-3793.
That's pretty great. So, let me put a scenario for you. Is what happens if a organization that's for profit wants to make some money? Can they have a fundraising Friday?
No.
Oh. Is it because they have to be a non-profit?
Absolutely. We're here to sort of help support the non-for-profit organizations or organizations that really have a need to raise money. The for-profits can make money doing their own business.
That's cool. And how much profits does the Playground make for doing that?
How much profit do we make?
Yes.
Not very much.
That's because he's a non-profit.
Absolutely.
So it would be, like
None. So we make none.
zero for the profit. Hey, so I have another question for you. It's like, tell a bit, how long has the Playground Theater been in existence before?
We've been open for just about 8 years now. And about a year and a half ago, we moved to our new space located at 3209 North Halstead. So that was a very great move for us. We're happy to be part of the North Halstead area.
And there's 3209 North Halstead is like by Belmont and Halstead?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Really close to the Red Line Belmont stop. So it's a great location, pretty visible, and we're happy to be in that neighborhood.
That's great. Now tell about like what kind of shows do you have at the Playground Theater?
Wow. Right now we have all sorts of really cool stuff. We have a lot of improv sets where some of Chicago's best independent improv teams perform, as well as some sketch comedy. We even have a play going on right now, which is, I think, our first play ever.
Wow.
And also a Crazy Live game show.
The Crazy Live game show?
Yep.
It's called Don't Spit the Water.
You got it, buddy.
That's every Saturday night at 10:30. And you can learn about that at the-playground.com or at www.don'tspitthewater.com or wherever you want to learn about it, really.
Sure, and on Sunday nights we even have a best of playground show. It's called The Big Yellow Bus.
That's cool. So that's kind of like some of the best improv comedy in the whole city and one place in one night.
Yeah, it's a total blast. So
And it's kind of like the atmosphere is like people who want to learn a bit. It's not so much like for profit, but is for non-profit.
Sure. I mean, the whole point is that we're trying to give improvisers an opportunity to put their own sort of art out there and do all sorts of different things, whatever they feel creatively they want to do. So
That's pretty great.
That's our hope.
Hey, what's your favorite show that you see at the Playground Theater? Like, do you have kind of a favorite joke that you see?
My favorite show at the Playground Theater? That's a tough one. I see so many shows there. The Don't Spit the Water show on Sunday nights is fantastic. The Don't Spit the Water is also a great show and tons of fun. So I think both those are pretty representative.
Matt Barbera, I had to interrupt you, but it sounds like we have a telephone caller.
Nice.
Hello, caller.
Hey guys.
Hey, John. Hey, John, before you get to your question,
Hey, shut up. What do you think of Howard Stern?
Baba Booey. No, I'm just kidding. That's not nice for a caller to say stuff like that. We're here for the Playground Theater, so you should ask about that. And remember, the Noob still has a little present that he hasn't opened. We saw as a recap. In the first present he opened, number 2 was a scary Yeti with big sharp teeth. And in the second present was a scary snake. So, hey, I wonder which present should he open next? Hey, hello caller, we have James on the phone. Or David. Hey, David.
Hello?
Hello, David.
Hello, I'd like to know, do you have any more questions?
Do I have any more questions?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Right.
Yeah, I do. We want to know which present does the Noob open next?
No, what's your name?
Number 3.
Let's try number 3 and see what happens. Oh, look, David, look what you did.
Please turn yourself on.
You made a birthday cake for the Noob.
Well, that's awesome. It's a Noob's birthday, huh?
No, why?
I don't know.
Oh.
We got a cake for him. How many candles?
There's a few. Hey, we have another caller here. Hey, caller, do you have a question for Matt Barbera, the president of the Playground Theater?
I do have a question.
Okay.
Basically, I wanted to know if anybody can go there and play, or like how do you get on a team there, or how do you become a part of that theater, like some of the teams you mentioned?
Sure.
That's a great question, caller. How about you want to take a stab at it?
Excellent. Thanks for that. Yeah, it's an awesome question. There's a variety of ways you can be involved. First and foremost, we have a program called the Incubator Program, where improvisers, or really anybody from Chicago, can come into the theater and audition to be put on an improv team, be put with a coach who will work with you for several months, and you'll get almost a year's worth of performance slots. I think our next auditions are November 17th or somewhere in the middle of November. You can go to the website and look and sign up for those audition dates. In addition, we also work with every 10 weeks or so we put out a call for independent teams to put up shows at the playground, and we give them a chance to actually do some shows at the playground as part of our main sets, which are Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights at 8 o'clock. So
That's
a lot of
great.
opportunities.
Hey, I wonder what our buddy Army has to say about that. That's great, Army. He likes it too. So what you're saying is, it's like lots of opportunities. You don't have to be a millionaire to play at the Playground Theater. You
Nope.
can just be a guy who wants to try out comedy, and plenty of opportunities to do that. Like, what do you think do you think that's kind of a good thing for the community to have a stage where people can come and do shows?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really sort of the main reason that the theater was founded about 7-8 years ago was to really allow people to put up something that's their own, something that doesn't really have sort of a big corporate entity hanging over it and pushing you in a specific creative direction. So our hope is really to be a resource for the improv community and the acting community in general. So
That's great. Hey, I think Terry has a question for you, mate.
Hey, Mr. President, I was just wondering if you're a president of theater, if you perform there, or are you more of an administrator?
if I what was the
You perform there?
Oh,
or are
sure.
You an administrator?
both. Actually, yeah, I perform on a group called Mustang Repair. I think we have a show coming up in a couple weeks. Pretty much all the member teams do shows. Probably every other weekend or so, Friday and Saturday nights. And yeah, I think everybody who's in a leadership position at the theater is performing on a playground team and doing stuff. It's a theater run for improvisers by improvisers.
It really sounds like, so basically the people who perform there are also the people who do everything there. It's a little a co-op.
Yeah, it would be. I'd feel bad not performing.
I think a lot of people have that. That was a pretty good caller question. If you have a question about maybe improv comedy or the playground theater, or if you want to help on a little adventure where the noob tries to open more presents, you can give us a call. Or if you have a joke for us or want to try to scare away the fire-breathing deer, then you can call. It's 312-738-1060. Now we hope we don't get a call from Mr. Dum Dum. But basically we'll take any call. So if Mr. Dum Dum is out there and he wants to give a call, that's okay. But try to not be such a dum dum.
Nice. I'll tell a joke, Steve.
That's
How about
great.
it? How
Hey,
about it?
here comes a joke from the president
about
of the Playground
This is,
Theater.
this is a fresh one. I want to know why the sun didn't rise this morning.
I thought the sun did rise this morning.
No, why didn't the sun rise this morning?
I give up.
It's because he had a math test. I don't know. It's a bad joke.
That's Matt Barbera, ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Playground Theater with
Yeah.
the funniest
quality
joke.
entertainment.
He's trying to crawl off the camera right now, but hey, if you think your joke can top the joke of a president of a comedy theater, then you give us a call and try it out. Yeah, so I have another question for
Sure.
you, mate. It's like, what brought you to the theater, period? I mean, you have so many choices. Like, you can be a fireman or a shopkeeper, but you said, I want to also be a president of a theater. And why is that?
Well, the first thing that drew me to the playground was the opportunity to perform, and ultimately, just the idea of a theater run by the people who are performing was something that really was exciting for me, and I'm really wanted to help create other opportunities for other people in Chicago. And the best way to do it, at least from what I saw, was the opportunities that the playground sort of was putting out there, and it was just sort of a natural lead for me. I mean, I do have some sort of business background that's really not fun to talk about, but
It's pretty boring to talk about the
absolutely,
business part.
and that's
But-
really what sort of led me to the improv thing. Is you can only do so much business. You need to have some monkey time. Yeah.
And so why non-for-profit instead of like a playground where you try to make a lot of money?
Well, I mean, ultimately, I think we're doing this from an artistic standpoint, not to make a lot of money. I mean, it's we want to make enough money so where we can continue to do our art and to continue to produce things and put some awesome things out on stage for the city of Chicago to see, but and for the world for that matter. Ultimately, the money sort of isn't what our main mission is.
You know, it kind of strikes me. It's very similar to like what public television is. You know, the playground is a non-for-profit organization where if you have, you know, if you want to be artistic and you need a stage, there are plenty of opportunities for you to kind of come do that at the playground, you know. Or you can rent anywhere. There's plenty of theaters that will rent space, but it's kind of a very nice atmosphere that cultivates, you know, creativity. And a city with creativity is a city where nobody ever says, why don't we have creativity?
Sure, and it's a very supportive. I mean, it's a very supportive environment. You know, with I mean, we probably have over 300 improvisers performing at our theater. Everybody
At one time,
that would be awesome.
that would be.
That would. I don't
a lot
think
of
our stage. I
people.
don't think our stage would be big enough. But we probably have about 300 people over the course of a month that are performing on the stage, which is probably as many as any improv theater in the country, I would imagine, with doing shows there. And it really is sort of a supportive environment for people to actually go out and put their art up on stage. So.
Now, talk about also like, you know, the playground theaters in Chicago. Are there other improv co-ops maybe around the country that have similar programs?
From what I hear, you know, more and more people have been coming to talk to us about that. I know there was a group in San Francisco that started an improv co-op probably a few years ago. Last year at the Chicago Improv Festival, I was asked by a group out of Boston to do some consulting with them.
Oh, no way.
Because they're looking to do something similar to what we're doing. So I've got some connections out east, so I think we'll probably end up doing something with them. I don't know if it'll be called The Playground, but it will be. You know, something that you know, I'd be more than willing to consult with somebody.
That's pretty great. Hey, do you have anything else maybe you want to tell people about the playground theater that you didn't get a chance to tell?
No, just come see some shows. We have shows 7 nights a week, Monday through Sunday. I guess that's 7 nights a week, ranging from sort of an old-timey show on Mondays called The Monday Show to shows on Wednesday night where every improv
Yes, it's
team...
7 nights a week.
7 nights, how about that? Multiple shows every night. There's always something to do, so instead of sitting around watching some reality TV show, sit down at a live theater and watch some reality theater. Some funny stuff going on all the time.
There's a funny comparison you make to reality television to a reality theater, because it's like in the theater is reality because it's at you right away and you're right there and everybody's reality. Where on television sometimes you have like a paper doll or something, and this is not even reality. This is a picture of Matt Barbera, president, and a little bitty Sasha and a little bitty the Noob, but they're not real. They're only made out of paper and little Q-tips. Oops, with a postcard on the back. So that's, you know, reality television is what you're saying is different then.
Sure, I would imagine that reality television is probably more scripted than what we're putting on our stage. That's for sure.
That's pretty interesting, because one is supposed to be theater of the real, and the other is supposed to be real of the theater.
Sure.
If you disagree or agree, you can give a call. It's 312-738-1060. You know, last week we had so many telephone calls. This week is people probably think, yeah, I'm pretty shy, I don't want to be on television. But, you know, every week we're going to have games where people can call and they help the noob up find his birthday cake, which was very nice. And then, you know, you can call and help tell a joke to scare away the fire-breathing deer. Or anything like that, you know. Rakes don't work, you have to use a joke, because rakes only good for raking leaves, not for scaring away the fire-breathing deer. Sounds like we have maybe time for one more call. So, hey caller, what's your name? What? Hello caller. Hello caller. Caller, you're on the cellular telephone, and cellular telephones and live television just don't mix. So let's have a hand. Thank you so much, Mr. Matt Barbera, for coming on the show. And we're going to sit here now. We have another minute, and I want to give a personal message about Matt Barbera. He's a very nice guy, and he's getting off. He wants to run away from the television. But, you know, come on down for this, the noob. Let's have the noob in the shot. Matt Barbera is pretty nice, and he runs a very nice theater. It's called the Playground Theater, and you should go to look at it because it's a pretty good time. So, it is non-for-profit. And now the Noob is going to send us away with our theme music.